In a quiet village, a young girl named Lila often dreamt of a magical life beyond her ordinary surroundings. One evening, while sitting by the river, she caught a glimpse of a glowing feather drifting downstream. Mesmerized, she waded into the water, grasping the radiant feather in her hand. The moment she touched it, the world around her began to shimmer with a mystical light, and the sound of distant bird calls filled the air. Intrigued, Lila ventured deep into the nearby forest, following the light of the feather. As she walked, she found herself in a hidden clearing where a majestic peacock stood perched on a rock. The peacock spoke, its voice soft and melodic, offering Lila a chance to become something greater. It promised her the title of the Peacock Princess, with the power to bring beauty and life to the world around her. Excited and overwhelmed by the offer, Lila accepted without hesitation. The moment she agreed, the peacock transformed into a magnificent gown made of shimmering feathers, and a delicate crown appeared atop her head. Lila marveled at her new appearance. She felt graceful, powerful, and ethereal. However, as she reveled in her newfound beauty, a nagging unease began to creep into her heart. Days passed, and Lila used her powers to make the forest bloom and flourish, bringing joy to the villagers who praised her for her magical abilities. But each time she called upon her magic, the forest around her grew darker, and the animals seemed to withdraw. One day, while walking through the now withering woods, an old woman appeared before her. The woman warned Lila of the curse tied to her powers. Every time she used her magic, it came at the cost of the forest's life. The more she indulged in her role as Peacock Princess, the more the natural world would suffer. Torn between her love for the beauty she could create and the devastating consequences of her power, Lila felt trapped. She soon discovered that the only way to break the curse was to confront the spirit of the forest, a formidable entity that had been awakened by the imbalance. In a dramatic confrontation, Lila stood before the ancient spirit, her heart heavy with the decision she had to make. The spirit offered her a choice. She could either retain her powers and destroy the forest, or sacrifice her magic to restore balance. Tears welled in Lila's eyes as she realized what she had to do. With trembling hands, she removed the crown from her head and let it fall to the ground. As the crown disintegrated into dust, the forest around her began to revive. Trees that had withered bloomed with vibrant leaves, and the once dark skies brightened with sunlight. Though no longer a princess, Lila returned to her village, feeling lighter than she had in days. The villagers welcomed her back with open arms, grateful for her sacrifice. She no longer wore the gown of feathers, but her heart was full of peace and contentment, knowing she had done the right thing.